July 7th. Happy 4th of July. It's all over. Happy 150th birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear USA. Happy birthday to you. Welcome on. And we have a really wonderful show tonight. We are going live first. We're talking about the Series 7 exam, the SIE exam, and everything else. So remember that. Everything else, okay, this is the deal. It is SIE exam, Series 7 exam, and all the FINRA stuff. NASA stuff is on another night. Remember that. NASA is a different night. Remember that, okay? NASA is Thursday nights. That's the key here, okay? Okay. NASA is Thursday night. Okay. Boom. Okay. I love it. Keep that on. If you guys got questions, throw it in here. Let's see if I can get the other thing working. Okay. Oh, here we go. Boom. Let's see if this works. We are in 2 different spots, baby. Love it. Okay. It'll be a little bit of a delay, but we're going to be fine. Okay. And hopefully Jeff will be on. I don't know if he'll be on or not. You never know. Okay. If anyone has questions on the Series 7 exam, the SIE exam, or any of these exams, pop them in the chat, and we're going to get into it, baby. We are going to get into this stuff. Okay. I got it running on Violet is sleeping. I'm hoping that you can get Billy. She is the sweetest dog in the world. I'm hoping that you will still be able to say that come December because she is getting old and it's tough. Okay. Graham, how are you? Okay. Love it. Jeff is on. Jeff is in the house. How are you? Michigan, Jeff? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Michigan. Good. I'm doing well. Long time no see. Okay. Yeah. Crazy PR, baby. Welcome on. Happy. Let's get this done. Okay. Thank God for Tommy Turner. God, you have such a good fucking memory. Seriously. Okay. Sure. Sweet little Cupid. I can do that. Now I do have. It's running on Instagram at the same time. So Jeff, if you see anything I miss, let me know because I'm watching the Instagram feed too. I got that going. It has to be separate from this. It just is what it is. Okay. Yeah. If I can make this work, then I'm going to stop TikTok up on the right hand, and then we'll just fucking nuts. And we'll have thousands of people driving me nuts because it leads right into my ADD. Okay. So, well, then what I am going to do is hide my video a little bit on the Instagram. So all I see is because it's distracting. Okay. And I don't need any distractions at all. Okay. Sure. Alexa. Yes. Any FINRA exam. SIE, Series 6, Series 7, stuff like that. All that stuff. Okay. Ooh. Who's beating up your dog?
I don't know, but got crazy on that one.
Okay, before I get into choo. I love it. Welcome on, baby. Happy passing day, right? That is outstanding. What do we got for you? Okay. So first of all, Charlie, I can try to help you a little bit if I have nothing else, but tonight is FINRA night. So Charlie and Insta, I will try to help you out on the 66 stuff. But here's the bigger thing you need to do. I'm just doing it real quick. Ethics. Do ethics. Get that ethics. Get that. That sounds like the Sims microwave. Ethics. Get the ethics down. And make sure you go over my crash course on Thursday, since you're taking a Friday. And then make sure you go over trusts and joint accounts the morning of. Boom. Okay. Okay. Ben Pie. Look at that. He nailed it. Okay. Yeah, I know. It's good stuff. Lindsey Buckingham, but a little bit. The problem is that's too long. I have to edit that fucker out. Hold on. Happy day. Boom. Okay. Where are we? What do we got to go? Oh, here we go. There's one I want to do. These songs get me demonetized every fucking time. Okay. Gabby, don't worry about it, baby. We're going to get you through this, right? Okay. Now, let's get back to and guys, you guys stay on Instagram. That's fine. If you feel it's a laggy, jump over to my YouTube. It's probably better in there anyway because you get to see that. Okay. Boom. Okay. Just come. If you want to come over to YouTube, come into the group. You can see the chats as they come through. But Instagram, we got some good stuff. And so Charlie, make sure you get ethics. Make sure you got the trust accounts and joints and trust accounts. And make sure you watch my crash course tomorrow morning and read every fucking word. Okay, let's get up to this. Jeff, if you see anybody saying they're past you, let me know, all right?
Yep. And can I add something to the bottom?
Oh, your question of the day, right?
Yeah, my question of the day. You ready? Let's see if this works. You have to click. Let me see. What do you click? Add?
You're putting it. You want me to undo this one?
Yeah. How do you undo that?
Well, right there. Boom.
And then will that add to the ticker?
What are you going to do? Maybe.
You do that.
I don't have to be on the top.
No, I went on the bottom where it says the FINRA NASA.
Yeah, that should be in. I think it's in captions. See the captions button?
Okay, let me do it down here.
Okay. I'm going to talk to people while you do that. Okay.
Keep talking.
Billy. Okay, good stuff. Okay.
I'm going to add a question.
Okay. Now, okay, Sandra, that's a great question. You're putting it in. It'll show up on the bottom. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Guys, so here we go. We're going to talk about spreads and straddles a little bit. Understand. So first of all, recommendation. They're nothing, even though they sound the same, they have nothing to do with each other. A spread is limited gain, limited loss, and they're bullish or bearish, okay? Straddles want either volatility or stability, not bullish or bearish. Yes, they can make money going up or down, but okay. So I want to say spraddle, but it's not a spraddle. It's a spread or a straddle. Okay. We're going green today, baby. We're going green. Okay. Let's see if I can get this. Am I doing this? No, wrong way. Here we go. Okay, we go. Okay. Anyone? Okay. Boom. Louis Fish. How long ago was that? Louis, how long ago was that you passed and you had a score? Because they stopped doing that in 2018, but it's boom. Okay. So Gabby, Thibault, you should talk to Charlie. You guys can hang out together. Okay, here we go. Now.
And did you see my question?
Oh, hold on. No. Let's read it out.
What's one concept that clicked for you this week?
I like it. That's awesome. Everyone answer that question, and I'll read it out if it's on Instagram.
And if it did click for you, if there's something that helped, let us know.
What did it, right? What triggered the click?
Yes. What got the click?
So, buy a call, buy a put. Then we have buy a call, sell a call. Okay, so now back to this, baby. Here we go. Sandra D. Okay, look. So up here is a straddle. Buy a call, buy a put. So buy a call, we want it to go up. Buy a put, we want it to go down. That's simple shit. If you do them together, you want it to go up or down. I don't care which way, okay? Jordy, stay on there. I don't care which way it goes as long as it goes somewhere. So, like, when Apple comes out every September, they come out with their stupid they do come out with their new iPhone. It's like Madden, okay? It's like Madden 25, 26. They change one tweak, right? So when it comes out, all the nerds go, they either love it or hate it. So you know the stock's going to move in September, but you don't know which way. So you buy a straddle, so it goes either way. Now, come August, nobody's touching Apple unless shit leaks. So they're going to do, they don't want it to happen. So they will sell a call and sell a put. They're looking for Sebastian, not a lot of math. There's some, but it's a lot of conceptual stuff. A short straddle is much more about stability. Okay. Short straddle is stability. And guys, if you feel I'm ignoring you on Instagram, I'm not. But if you want to see it in here, you can jump to my YouTube channel, Series 7 Whisperer. Now, if I want volatility, Sandra, I do a buy straddle. If I want stability, I do a short straddle. Now, spreads are directional. But the thing about a spread, since it's a buy and a sell, everything's limited. There's no unlimited. Remember, anything with a buy and a sell has limited gain, limited loss. And I'm going to put Jordan's in here on the break even. Now, if I buy a call and sell a call, that's a spread. I'm either bullish or bearish. Now, here's the question. How do I know which one is which? And I do have videos on that. But remember, you find the dominant option. Whichever one is dominant, whichever option is the dominant, that's going to be the one that is driving the spread, okay? I even have a freaking eraser on here. There it is, hidden behind all my stupid water bottles. Okay, yeah, I'm drinking water. Okay, look. So if I buy a 50 call at 7 and I sell a 60 call at 3, horrible handwriting, but you'll deal. Buy a 50 call at 7, sell a 60 call at 3. Now, which one do you think is the dominant option? Why, yes, it's the one with the bigger fucking premium. So the 7. Now, the question is, this is the dominant. And what is this option? This is the dominant option. A buy call. Is that bullish or bearish? Why, yes, that's bullish, okay? So this is a bullish spread. Buy means debit, sell means credit. Remember that. Buy means credit, debit. Hey, McAvoy, baby. So now, buy means debit, sell means credit. So if I buy a 50 call, I'm bullish. So this is a bullish spread. And if the bottom was a dominant, then it'd be a bearish spread. So whatever the dominant option is, the one with the bigger premium, okay, is going to drive the, if that's a buy, it's a debit. If it's a sell, it's a credit. If that thing's bullish, so am I. If it's bearish, so am I. Now, Jordan on Instagram asked a question. How did you break even on a spread? So easy. Just remember this. If it's a call spread, you net the premiums and then you add to the bottom. Call up. If it's a put spread, you net the premiums and subtract from the top. So you guys got me. Half my town lost power this weekend, right?
Oh, is that right?
Oh God. Yeah. My daughter just got it back there like this morning. Okay. Now, so if I buy, it doesn't even fucking matter. I'm going to show you how it doesn't matter with the break evens. If I have a 50 call at 7 and a 60 call at 3, can we all agree that my net premium is 4? Why, yes, we can. We know that because 7 minus 3. Okay. So buy and a sell doesn't really matter. So then I just do this. I stack them 60 and 50. Lower on the bottom, higher on top. That makes it easy. Okay. Now, if this is a call spread, I add to the bottom. So the break even is 53. Boom, done. That's it. Okay. And if I'm bullish, I can make 7. And I can lose 3. And I have videos on that. If you want to watch my options videos, join the membership. It's literally 24. Okay. Okay. There you go, Jordan. I got it. Jordan was saying on Instagram what clicked, and it was spread break evens. But you know what, Jordan? Even better, somebody's learning from this. Okay. So she answered the question that break even spreads, call add to the lower, put subtract from the higher. They use cal push sometimes. Now, if this is a put spread, I'll just do 2 puts. It doesn't fucking matter because I want to get through all this. If I have 2 puts, the net is 4. I'm going to subtract from the top, which is going to be 56, right? So the other one was 54 and 56. I can't do math, okay? So if the net premium is 4, I'm going to add to the bottom, that's 54. If it's a call, if it's a put spread, I'm going to subtract. Let's start over. Let's get this right because I am just a stuttering fucking fool. We have this, 60 and 50. We know the net is 4. If this is a call spread, you add to the bottom, it's 54. If it's a put spread, you subtract from the top, it's 56, and we're done. That's how you get break evens on the spreads. Now remember, spreads are limited gain, limited loss. Normally, spreads are not really good for anything. Very rarely will spread be the answer, okay? Well, very rarely will spread be the answer on what I do. Because you have limited gain, limited loss, you can't make a whole lot of money. Okay, good stuff. Okay. By the way, I think we're going to wait about 2 weeks and get generators for everyone. I'm getting a generator. My daughter's going to get one. So that's going to be 40 grand out the window. Okay. Okay. This is for SIE. No, listen, just watch my crash course. I chante green. Watch. Okay. I chante green. Watch the SIE crash course. Find my exams where I take them online. And I just redid a video. I just reposted a video for the SIE. Like, are you ready for the exam? It's about 100 open-ended questions. If you can answer that, I just put it out like 2 hours ago. If you can pass that, if you can get that one done, you're in good shape. If you can answer most of those questions, not all of them, if you can answer most of them without having a problem, without having the answers in front of you, you're in good shape. So you're going to be fine. Do that. If you're taking it in a week, everyone who's taking the SIE, find my Are You Ready video. I just put it out. If you're taking the 7 or whatever, it's called Am I Ready for the 7? It's probably about maybe 8 or 9 months old. It's the same thing. I asked like 60 or 70 open-ended questions. I'm walking in the yard. I just come up with questions that I need to know most of them. Okay. Okay. Garrett Boyer, you're absolutely going to answer. You're absolutely going to pass it this time, baby. Has anyone answered your question at all, Jeff?
Yeah, there's a bunch in there.
Good. Okay. Okay. Oh, Billy, this is great. Okay. Okay. Go, sweet little Cupid, baby. I will thank you for redoing it. I will come back. Okay. Okay. Yes, I know. Gear Grinder does ask great questions. He really does. Okay. Now, where are we? Okay. And I'll hit you UITs. So UITs are not heavily testable. We'll get into it. Now, subordinated debentures. So we have an order, right? So we go pay out first. We have secured, unsecured, which are debentures, and we have junior debentures. Okay. Literally subordinated and junior, and I think there's no difference. Okay. So I think junior as opposed to senior. So there's senior, junior, there's no sophomore, freshman. It's senior, junior, senior, junior. So it's like senior secured, junior unsecured, junior secured, senior unsecured, junior unsecured, then mezzanine. Now remember, mezzanine is always the last debt. It's unsecured debt. It's the last debt paid before preferred and common if they bring it up. Kind of like if you ever get tickets to a show and they go, oh, you got mezzanine. They're shitty seats. They're not good. They just make them sound good. Okay. They're way up. They're far away. Whatever. You get wet if it rains. Now, the order of payout is secured, unsecured, preferred, common. And inside each category, there could be senior and junior, like primary ones. Like if I issue a bond first, that's going to, and it's a secured bond, it's going to be first. Any bond issued after that is going to be after that. It's junior to the first one. Unless it's what they call a parity bond, where it's going to come in it has the same claim as the original one, which is bad for the old bond. Because if you lend me money based on my income, right, and you go, I done the math, and then you find out later I borrowed more money on the same income, you're not going to be very happy because they have the same claim to assets as you do. So again, senior, junior, it's always senior and junior, senior first, junior first, or subordinated. Subordinated usually means last. In general, subordinated and junior are probably the same thing. If you talk to a bond guy who's really ripping apart a balance sheet, maybe they're a little different. But for this test, junior and subordinated are the same thing there at the end. Okay. Now, sweet little Cupid, super Cupid. Okay, now, UITs are just a package product. Okay, boom. It's a package product. Okay, but what it is it's a fixed portfolio. So once they fill this shit up, it's a fixed portfolio, right? And then they don't change it. So what happens is usually it's for bonds, okay? They usually buy bonds and you're getting income all the time, okay? You buy it at the NAV plus a sales charge, okay? Now, the NAV plus a sales charge, okay? Now, when you buy it, you're going to get income all the time. Now, here's the problem. It ends eventually. So if, like in a mutual fund or an ETF, if one of the securities goes away, they buy a new one. They replace it. On a UIT, they do not. They do not replace it. On a UIT does not get replaced. They just keep it in there. And when a bond dies, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So what happens is your income will start dropping away. So UITs have a maturity date. Remember that UITs have a maturity date based on the products in there. That's the difference. So a UIT is basically you're buying a packaged product. You're getting income constantly, whether it's quarterly or semi-annual, whatever it is. But eventually it self-liquidates because those bonds disappear and next thing it's gone. Unlike mutual funds and closed-end and ETF, where if they have a bond fund, one goes, they're just going to buy another one. So it goes on forever. That's that. Now, Adam Daniel, I can't say it. You're on the 15th. You're feeling decent, but afraid the question will be worded weird. Okay, here's the thing. Anyone who's taken the 7, okay, go find my brutal exams. I promise you they will help. They will give you an idea of what the wording looks like. Okay. I don't know if I can put it in there. Let me see if I can do them both. Hold on. Brutal exams. Nope, not delete. I don't want to do that. Anyone taking the 7, see if it works. I don't know if this will work in the live. Maybe it will. I don't know if you guys can click. Daniel, click on that, and then I'll give it to you guys. This is the playlist of my brutal exams. That is going to give you a great idea. Okay. Wow. Okay. Now, I have, but Mike, if you go to my practice exams, okay. If you go to my practice exams, okay. I have 3 or 4 exams, and the first one is my version of the brutal exam. So if you go to boom, okay. Oh my God, Daniel, you're fine then, okay? Because that's what the exam looks like. If you're, again, the math, I don't do a lot of options on there. Assume the options will be more. Okay. Oh, there you go. Okay. So hope that helps, Cupid. Okay. I agree. He does ask good questions, and he challenges the shit out of me, but he's taking it very, very soon. Okay. Now.
Here you go.
Boom. I love it. That's awesome. See a little click. That's good stuff. Okay. Right. So Christy, if anyone who wants to join my membership classes, we meet for this. We have SIE is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. That's $5 a month. I have another person doing it, not me. Okay. Although next week I have to do it because he's on sabbatical. He went to Disney. Okay. Now going to Disney. The memberships are either 24 for my options, which will change your life. You'll do my options videos, and within an hour, you'll be like, I wish the entire test was an hour, literally 1 hour, and you'll wish the entire test was options. Okay. Now, oh, there you go. Kaylee, thank you very much. I didn't know how to do it on Instagram. I have no idea how it works. Now, if you do the other memberships, $34 a month, we get the one class at 6:30 on Sundays Eastern. Remember, Eastern's the only time zone that counts, so fuck you guys. Now, if you pay a little bit more, $49, you get a 6:30 and a 7:30 class, plus the options videos. If you jump all the way up to rip-off level, no, $99, you get those two classes, plus a Wednesday night at 8. I stopped doing the 7 p.m. It's Wednesday night at 8. So if you pay $99 a month, you get a month. You get 3 classes a week plus the options videos and plus my undying love. Okay, good stuff. Okay. Gear Grinder, how are you? We're going to get this, baby. Series 7 Eve, baby. We know we're going to get this, right? Good. Okay. Where are you? Okay. This one, I like this one. This is the weird one. I'm gonna beat the test. I'm gonna take it like a savage. Guy's so weird. Okay, good. Okay, boom. Okay, good. And yes, if you go to my practices and playlist, there's all my exams are in there that you can take with me. Okay, I started doing that like 5 years ago. Other people have done it after me, copied me, just like my lives, just like a lot of my quick and dirty videos. It's all good stuff. I feel honored. Okay. Boom. There you go. Garrett, I love it. The options, instead of, everything's about the break even, baby. Everything is about the break even. If you're taking the 7 and you're doing the options, don't do the T-charts. They're old. They're from the late 1900s. You don't have to do them anymore. Come to the 21st century and do it this way. It's so much easier.
I'll be right back in 1 second.
Do your thing, baby. Go take care of that dog. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Boom. Okay. See, Billy knows my shit. He always hears everything. Well, okay. Boom. Okay. There you go. Okay. If you're doing well on my brutals, you're fine. You know enough to pass, Gear Grinder. And listen, I know you made other comments before. I know that you're stressed. So relax. It's all good. We love Billy. Billy's one of my longtime students. I love the guy. He's the most positive guy I've ever met in my life. So we're all going to be good. We're not going to worry about it. Billy likes to help me out here. Okay. So you're going to be confident, Gear. You're going to get some here. By the way, anyone taking the test tomorrow, get the fuck off my live. Go to sleep. Get off of here. You don't need to be on here. Go get some sleep. I feel like Crazy Eddie. Only old people know this. Crazy Eddie, his options are insane. Okay. Boom. Okay. Yeah, just go over the other ones. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you, you're not delusional. You can get it. Because remember, my brutals have way less options. Remember that. My brutals have way less options than normally. Okay. So that's what happens is that you're not going to, the point is you're going to do better on the exam. Okay. Then what do you call it? Then you'll do better on the real exam than on my brutal, probably. There we go. I got to change my background. Okay. Okay. Let's get into it. Let's see if it changes. Okay. No, my dogs aren't barking. Somebody's beating up Jeff's dogs. Okay. Matt, what do you mean? In this scenario, there's always a break even. So let's go over this. Okay. So if I'm going to go real quick over all the break evens, super quick. Ready? If I buy a call or sell a call, it's strike plus premium. Easy shit. If I buy a put or sell a put, it's strike minus premium. Easy as shit. If it's stock and an option, it's stock plus or minus premium. So if they're the same, buy or sell, you're adding the premium to the stock price, not the site price. If it's a buy and a sell, you're subtracting from the stock price. So you're taking the premium and either adding it to the stock or subtracting it from the stock when there's stock involved. And remember, guys, got to remember this. If I'm long stock, I'm always bullish. If I'm short stock, I'm always bearish. Remember that. If I'm long stock, I am always bullish. If I'm short stock, I'm always bearish. Got to remember that, okay? Don't ever forget that. So if I buy stock and sell a call, bullish. If I buy stock and sell and buy a put, bullish still, no matter fucking what. Now, again, break even when there's stock and an option is the stock price plus the premium if it's a buy or a sell, if it's 2 buys or 2 sells, and if it's minus if it's a buy and a sell. Easy shit. Straddles, add the two. It's a buy call, buy put, or a sell call, sell put. Add the fucking premiums. Add the premiums. And then add it to the call and subtract on the put. You're done. 2 break evens. Only straddles up 2 break evens. Even if it's a combo, which is a different strikes, add the premiums, add to the call, subtract on the put. There's your break evens. On a spread, net the premium. Since it's a buy call, sell call, or a buy put, sell put, take the premiums, subtract them, then either add to the bottom for a call or subtract on the bottom from the top from a put. Doesn't matter bullish or bearish. Doesn't matter debit or spread credit. None of that shit fucking matters, okay? It's literally add to the bottom or subtract from the top. That's it, okay?
Can I put one up there?
Good.
There you go.
Boom, Janine! Janine! Mother puss bucket. That is outstanding. I've been waiting for that, right? I broke out a new one for Janine. She's in the membership class. We've been waiting. I've been waiting to hear that. That is outstanding. You could have emailed me, but I guess it's better for the surprise. That is outstanding, Janine. I love it. She was ready. Definitely she was in the group. She was answering the questions right. We were having a lot of fun, and she fucking nailed it. Okay, Daniel, great question. Other than suitability and options and types of accounts, what are the highly testable topics? Bonds, baby. Bonds and taxes. Okay, here we go. Again, here's what he said. Is it suitability, options, and types of account? We know that. Add in bonds, munis especially, and mutual funds and annuities. Mutual funds and annuities. I'm telling you, don't worry about questions. We're here all night, right? Just mutual. Make sure you get the mutual funds and annuities down pat. You got to do it, baby. Okay. Now, by GNRC. Okay, let me get to this one. So, John Fiore, it is there, but it's not that bad. Okay, remember, so communications with the public, good shit here. So there's only 3 categories, as far as we know. There's correspondence, which is you're sending out investment and recommendations to 25 people or less. That's correspondence. Remember, 25 is correspondence, 26 or more retail is retail. Okay, that's retail communications. That needs to be pre-approved. Correspondence is spot check and review by a principal. Retail has to be pre-approved. Now, if you're sending to institutions, broker-dealers, hedge funds, mutual funds, insurance companies, investment advisors, that's considered institutional. You get as many as you want, spot check and review. So we can make a connection. If I send it to retail, more than 25 retail clients, it's retail. I have to get it pre-approved by a principal, not the firm. Remember, FINRA doesn't approve shit. No regulator ever approves anything ever. Now, moving on from that. If it's 25 or less people in a 30-day period, or it's institutions, I don't need pre-approval. I just get spot check and review. However, if I do retail, if I do what they call interactive, like I say, it's like a blog post, not a blog, like a chat room, and there's more than 25 people, even though it's retail, it's interactive, spot check and review. If it's what they call static, which is something that can't be changed, like a post on LinkedIn or Facebook that can't be changed, then it is going to be considered retail, needs pre-approval. Now, one quick thing, guys, don't forget, it's not going to cross here anymore. If you want to join study groups, not my membership shit, I love those who are there. But if you go on my Facebook group, it's the largest Series 7 SIE exams Facebook in the fucking world. It's 9,500 people in there. 5 or 6,000 actually active, not legacy. All these groups that have like 3,000-4,000 people, most are inactive. Okay. Here's the thing. You go in, it's called FINRA and NASA Exam Test Prep Network. It's really fucking long. It's FINRA. Where is it? Is it gone? It disappeared. It's all gone. Oh, I know why. Hold on. There it is. No, it's gone. It's FINRA and NASA Exam Test Prep Network. That's the name of it. Okay. So it's, let's see if I can get the group here. It's super, they're super helpful. Everyone posts questions in there. It's super duper fun. Okay. Super duper fun. Okay. Where am I? Where's my stupid link? There it is. Okay. Here's, if you guys want to join from you, if you guys from Instagram want to join, and here, this is for us. Okay. It's super duper. It's private, so no one can see what you do. You just got to answer a couple questions. So this way, okay. So this way, I got, yeah, I'm going to convince Janine to come on. Okay. I'm just saying that I think that group is amazing. It's super, everyone's super nice to each other. They're super supportive, as opposed to fucking Reddit. I'm telling you, anyone's taking the test in the next week or two, do not go on fucking Reddit, okay? Do not go on Reddit at all. Shannon, I will get you. Do not go on Reddit at all, okay? Now, okay. Don't go on Reddit at all, because it's going to make it, this is what happened. I just got a text maybe a week ago from one of my students that my other tutors are working with. And she read on Reddit that somebody studied for like 100 hours and then failed. And she posted, she screenshot it, sent it to her son. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Because she's helping her son out. Okay. What? And there was 2 days before the test, and he kind of freaked out. There's no upside from going on Reddit. I literally have like 4 subreddits only to keep people from jumping off ledges. I do on the Series 7 exam one. I have SIE exam. Michael Weiss. Okay. Here's another thing. I tutor, obviously, you know, Series 7 exam tutor.com, the Series 7 exam.net, okay, or .com, whatever you want to put in. I have a lot of these, okay. Past the fucking 7 is one of my things. So if you go on there, I have me and I have 3 tutors that work for me, great tutors. If you don't like my style and you go, you know what, Ken's fun on the live, but I really don't want to be listening to him and paying him for an hour, there's a guy, Michael Weiss, at Series 7 exam tutor.com. He's great. He's more calm. He's very organized. He runs our Series 7 exam Reddit. Really good stuff, okay? You can do that, but the week before, you probably should kind of start deleting your social media. Get off that shit. Just get off of it. Okay, now, let's keep going. Even though I'm on social media, Instagram and here, and Twitter, and Facebook, and LinkedIn, I'm telling you, get the fuck off social media, other than me. Okay. Now, I want to finish this communications thing. Sometimes you have to file your retail communications with FINRA. They don't approve it. You just file it with it. Okay, here we go. If it's a broker deal's first year of business, file all advertising 10 days before. Okay. If after the first year of business, you only have to do certain things. If it's a mutual fund, here we go. Mutual funds, options, CMOs, DPPs, and futures. If it's about those things, if you make me say it again, I'll kill you because I don't remember. You have to file with FINRA. If it is a mutual fund that has self-created, meaning they created their own freaking rankings and ratings, you have to file it 10 days before. Everything else is 10 days after. Yes, one of the options if you don't send the ODD, but I don't think they go in there. So again, mutual funds that have self-created rankings or ratings 10 days prior, okay? Everything else is 10 days after. Again, see if I can do it right. Options, mutual funds, futures, forwards, and DPPs. The advertising has to be filed. Oh, and CMOs have to be filed with FINRA within 10 days, not 10 days before. Okay, now let's get into this. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, Shannon Flood. What should I put on my memorization page, my dump sheet? Now that's interesting. It's very personal. Okay. And what should I put on my dump sheet? That's a great one. Okay. This is my thing. It's very personal to you. There's only 2 things that you have to put on it, whether it's the SIE or the 7. Your options box, right? The buy, call, buy, put shit, and the bond triangle or seesaw. Those are non-negotiables. They have to be on your dump sheet when you sit down. You start the test. You're writing your dump shit down. If you want to put slobs over bliss, totally cool. If you want to put like the the Mr. Desby or the Russian children must eat snow for margin, totally cool. But again, the two, sure. If you want to put OID, you must accrete, which means OID, zero coupons have to accrete, or munis have to amortize. Premiums have to amortize. Fine. Anything that you're having a trouble with, if you have to put treasuries, 132s, maybe that. Here's another one you have to put on. On top of everyone's page, no matter what you test, write the word accept, not accept like you're accepting me as a weirdo, accept, EXCEPT. Write it out on the top. And every time, fucking mouse, put it on that word on the thing. It's going to look stupid, but it's going to remind you that it's an accept question. Because look, I know my shit, and I score 90, mid-90s on these stupid exams. Okay, the actuals. The vendors, it's different. I still get screwed up. Sometimes I forget that it's an accept question. Happens all the time. I forget that it's an accept question, and then I answer what's true. So if you put that on there, it reminds you, and you won't fuck it up. Hope that helps a little bit, Shannon. You can put whatever you want. You can even Google. I have a video on my crash course, what to put on your dump sheet and how to build it up, both for the SIE and the 7. It's one video. Okay. Now. Let's keep moving. Okay, here we go. That's it, baby. And have you ever watched, what's the movie? Is it Billy Madison where he had to go through school? Yes, right?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Okay, so if you have your wife do it, just saying, you can do a little Billy Madison thing. Everything you get right, some clothes comes off, everything get wrong, the clothes go back on. It'll inspire you. Just throwing it out there. Okay. Seriously, no, you're good. The day before, anyone taking the 7 the day before, go through customer accounts one last time. If it's STC, it's 2 and 14. If it's Kaplan, it's 13 and 14. If it's past perfect, you're fucked. Okay. Okay. Now, then watch my crash course and go bang this test out, baby. Garrett, you're gonna come on here on Thursday or next Tuesday. Go, I pass this bitch. Okay. Angelina now, baby. Come on, baby. You're back. Let's get back into this, baby. Let's get back into the fold. Okay. Here we go. Look at this. Oh, BM Life. I didn't get to you. Hopefully you're still on here.
There you go.
There you go. Jeff. Now, that's the thing. Jeff does a thing where he has a study thing. I'll leave it up there for a second while I talk, but it's hard to see Jeff. We like to see Jeff's pretty face. Okay, there we go. Okay, now, if Jeff has a study plan, you can pay, I don't know how much it is, but it's like $70 and you spend time with him and he works on a study plan just for you based on your shit. Sometimes that's all people need. Okay. BM Life. I don't know if you're here or not, but I hope you are. Hope you're still here because we love having people here. Dogs out! Who let the dogs out? Boom, baby. That's a nice short one. Good. Baby, I love it. I'm telling you right now, Dustin, baby. Justin. We're going to leave this test in the dust. Okay. Yep, high 70s, baby. We're going to get this. Okay. See, now he's talking to you directly. See? Okay. I'm glad, Cupid, I'm glad that makes a little more sense. Okay. Yes, of course you're fucking ready. Garrett, yes, of course you're ready. Of course you're scoring 80s. Boom, okay. Boom, okay. Good, okay. Okay. Pomodoro, I love the Pomodoro method. Okay. Michael's going to Disney next week. That's why he can't do the Wednesday night class. Pomodoro method is great. Now he has it. I have a same idea, but I don't know. So I say, take your phone, put it in the other room, set a 25-minute timer. When it goes off, get on, do your doom scrolling for 5 minutes and get back and set a new 25-minute timer. Get your phone out of your fucking room. Seriously, get your phone out of your room. It's literally the same thing as Jeff is saying. Blocks, 25 minute. Okay. Now, okay, let's see. So Shannon Flood on the 7, they will not have a lot of the currency stuff. Okay. They will have a couple, like if I'm an exporter, I buy puts. Remember Epic, AXP. Okay. Exporters buy puts, importers buy calls. If I'm an exporter, I'm afraid the foreign currency is going to drop, so I buy puts. If I'm an importer, I'm afraid it's going to go up. I buy calls. Epic, EPIC. The SIE will have more of that, not this. Okay. So Daniel, you should be in the mid set on Kaplan, at least above like a 72, 73, and you're going to be fine. Okay. On STC, you want to be closer to 80. Achievable, you want to be in the 80s. Okay. Anthony, this is a great question. How much harder is the 66 than the SIE? Motherfucking harder. It is like SIE is like playing basketball against me. Okay. You'll probably win. Okay. The 66 is playing against a high school player. Okay. It is just literally they know what they're doing. I know it's a bad analogy, but I'm just throwing it out there. The 66 is not impossible, but it is definitely a jump in difficulty because it's hard. I don't think it's harder than the 7. I just think it's different than the 7. So you have to think that you have to be more cerebral to get through the 66. Hope I didn't scare you, Anthony, but you do have to be ready for it. Okay. Shanti. Okay. I have tips, okay, but they're not safe for work. So I'm just going to say you need to get relaxed. Whatever you want to get relaxed. I want you to keep saying, I'm going to pass this test. You need to believe that shit, okay? You absolutely need to say, I believe the test. I believe I'm going to pass. Not I need to pass, not I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass, okay? You got to say that. And remember something. You got to convince yourself that you're excited to take this. Don't think, oh, I'm excited to get past it. I'm excited to take this because I'm going to beat this thing. That's why I say take it like a savage. You need to go in there going, I'm going to beat the shit out of this. And you're allowed to say it, okay? You're allowed to say, I'm going to beat this thing. Because in reality, if you miss, nobody's going to give a shit that you said I'm going to pass it. It's not a cocky thing. It's a confidence builder. If you go, I'm going to pass this test and you miss, nobody gives a shit. But if you say, I'm going to fail and then you do, people go, yeah, you said you were going to fail. So don't do that. Go hard. Go hard, baby. Go hard. Okay. Now, Kyrie in motion. Here, studying for the essay, need help with memorization. Now, Jeff, what do you think about that? If I say I need memorization, do we want memorization? What do we want?
We want understanding.
Yes. If I understand something, I get it. If I memorize, I'm going to forget, right?
Yeah, you have to understand the concept because the wording is going to change. The answers are going to be slightly tweaked. You have to make sure you understand the concept.
Yep, I agree. 100%. We're there. Okay. Good. Now, so again, help with memorization. Again, if there's some things maybe you have to memorize, like, you know, how to do stock splits and stuff. But I found out I'm suck at memorization. Well, I'm actually pretty good at it. But the point is, I understand it. That's the point. I go out of my way to understand what they're saying. Like, I understand what common stock is. I know what bonds are, preferreds. If I understand this shit, it's not memorization anymore. It's just is what it is. Okay? Good. Okay. Kyrie, and if you're early on in your studying, don't worry about it too much. Okay? Don't worry about it too much. Hello, Zo. I don't know what that means. Same for 65. Oh, 65, yes. I think of 65 and 66 as interchangeable. They're not 100% there, but they're close. Okay. There's this a sweet little Cupid. Okay. Stupid Cupid. Okay, now, stop picking on me. Now, I think it's everything. It's all big across the board. It's a myriad of topics. However, you need to make sure that you have down investment risks, have to have investment risk down, and you have to have down like what the RR can and can't do. The register rep, the prohibited activities, SRO, compliance shit. You have to have that down. If it's STC, it's like the last 4 or 5 chapters. Okay? That's a lot of the test. That's a big part. Okay. Okay. Yep. Light review. If you have STC, go over the content facts, and boom, there we go. Okay. Okay. Crazy PR. That's outstanding. I love that. Hope you're still here. When you start dreaming about our shit, that's awesome. That's another thing I tell people to do. I'm not a fan of late night studying, but I am a fan of reading, not watching TV, not on this shit, reading yourself to fucking sleep. Okay.
I changed the question at the bottom.
What?
I made it change it based on what we were talking about.
Oh, there you go. I like that. What have you changed? So what study habit have you changed that has made a difference other than joining my lives? Okay. Now, if you've taken the SIE, you haven't taken it yet, and you're starting to think about this stuff. Again, here's my line. ADD kicks in. I like to spend the last 30 minutes, not on my phone, reading something. And what happens is you dream about that. So if you're going to read about, maybe read yourself to sleep. Don't try to stay up. Just get in bed, put the papers on, read. I want you to tell me next Thursday or Tuesday, hey, I read and I woke up my family because the book fell out off my lap and because they fell asleep and it banged on the floor, woke everyone up. I want to hear that. I want to hear that. Okay. Boom. Okay. Yeah, you know what? If you study for the essay and then move into the 65, yeah, there's a lot of overlap. But the problem is there's more state regs. But yes, it's absolutely. Oh, Sandra, I'll get to you. So hopefully you're still here, Sandra. Yes, the 65 is a lot. And by the way, oh, hello, Zoe. I do more NASA stuff on Thursday nights, but this kind of overlaps. The 65 has more state reg stuff and a little deeper dive on the SIE stuff, but a lot of like probably 30 to 4% overlap from the SIE and the 7. Okay. Now, acronym for pre-sale. So when munis go public, when they go offering, they have to decide who comes first. If they oversubscribe, like SpaceX, if they oversubscribe, then you have to decide who's not getting bonds. Okay. So first, retail always comes first for everything. Retail is first. Then we have pre-sale group designated member, PGDM, Pretty Girls Drive Mercedes, or Please God Deliver Me. Pro golfers don't miss anything that works. So pre-seller orders received before we won the deal. So let's say I'm the underwriter. I'm bidding on Jeff's, he's out in Long Island. He does a little Garden City bond, right? And I go to him and go, I'm going to place orders before he wins the deal, okay? So I place orders with Jeff before he's even been announced as a deal. On pre-seller, I get first priority. If I place orders after he's announced as a winner of the deal to do the deal, I'm a group order. Then we have designated where I'm going to just say, I want Jeff to get the commission, but no other underwriter. They come third. And then member orders is where Jeff will buy it for his own proprietary account. So they come last. So pre-sale group, designated member. Pro golfers don't miss. Please God deliver me. Pretty girls drive Mercedes. Okay. Or as one of my friends says, pretty girls do me, but I wouldn't say that. Okay, now. Boom, there's a custom study plan, baby. Okay. So manual, I'll be there. I'm catching up. How far behind? Oh, I'm way behind. Okay. Here we're catching up. Okay. AB, can I do ABC shares? I can do. Somebody else. Hopefully you're still on here. Okay, now. Okay. Oh, Jack Rive. If you pass the 65, the SIE should be like a 2-week study max. You'll nail it because it's so much. The 65 is so much harder. Now, back to this. When I do a mutual fund, there's 3 ways into the mutual fund. Same fund, different doors, okay? Class A, B, C. Class A is a front-end sales charge. You're paying when you go in. It's like a cover charge for a bar. You're paying when you go in. Here's the one thing. You have a couple good things. They have what they call break points, where the more you put in, the less you pay, okay? If you put in a lot of money in, you pay less. If you put less money in, you pay more. And your ongoing fees, called 12B1 fees, marketing, are way lower. So that's best for long-term and a lot of money. A lot of money because of the break points and long-term because of the lower fees. You're paying when you go in. That's A shares. Now, say you don't have a lot of money. You still want to get into the fund. You do B shares in the back end. B for back end. It's really called the contingent deferred sales charge, okay? CDSC, okay? Now, CDSC is contingent deferred. You don't pay when you go in. You pay when you leave. But the longer you stay, the lower the charge is. So that's good for like 5 to 10 years. But your 12B1 fee, the marketing fee, is higher than the A. So it's really not good for super long term. And a lot of firms either got rid of the B, or once after 5 or 6 years, or after 5 or 6 years, they put them in what you call they turn them into A shares. Okay. C shares, you pay no sales charge, but your 12B1 fee is really fucking high. Okay. Your 12B1 fee is really high. So you're paying like 1% a year. So that's like a level load. That's really for short term. So A is for long term, a lot of money. B is for midterm, money doesn't matter. And C is for short term. Good. Okay. Okay, Anthony, Thursday is NASA night. Okay? But if you have to think anything, investment vehicles and regs. Thursday is NASA night. Tonight is FINRA night. Okay. There you go. Billy got it. Okay. Boom, we're going to get this, baby. Okay. That's the one thing that clicked. Good. Janine, I love it. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to pressure Janine. Okay. I didn't see Hunter. Okay. For someone taking the SIE, just do the $5 one, Matt. Just the $5 one. That's one class a week. That's all it is. Okay. But for Ghana, we will get you. But follow those two things, and then I'll see you on Thursday. Come on YouTube because I hope I can get the Instagram one working. I would do the $5 one. And remember, guys, if you do the membership, two things. One, do it on your laptop or desktop so you don't pay an extra 30%. And two, cancel it when you fucking pass. Just saying it. I'm throwing it out there. Once you pass, cancel the fucker. Okay. Okay, subchapter M. That is, just remember, that is for mutual funds that they have to distribute 90% of their income. That's all you have to do. Okay. Yep, Jack Reeve. Yes, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. It's mostly on YouTube, but I figured out I get an Instagram at the same time. So boom, yes. Okay. Daniel LaRussa. Any relation to Daniel LaRussa? Okay, the Karate Kid? Call you the Series 7 kid. Okay. Jeff's like, who are you talking to? It says, okay, I see all this shit popping up. Jeff, this is yours.
Yes. Start from the beginning. Whether you fail, you miss by one question, 10, 20, doesn't make a difference. Reread the book, do the chapter quizzes, take the practice exams. You know what and use it. Don't look at it that you didn't pass. Look at that you got experience in taking the exam. You'll get it. You'll get it the next time. You know what to expect. Sometimes nerves takes over. Sometimes, you misread things. Just try to figure out where it was that you might have gotten a little tripped up on the exam. Was it that you didn't study enough, or was it that you were, maybe reading a little too quickly? Remember, there's two parts to look when you answer a question. What is, understanding the topic and making sure you answer the question they're asking with the best possible answer that matches what they're looking for. So you can come down to two answers. They both might look similar, they both might make sense, but which one answers the question the best? And that, and just think about that. But think about that while you're rereading the book, while you're taking the practice exams. Do your heavy lifting early on in your studying. There's just like a lot of things you can do. And, if you studied for, let's say, 8 weeks the first time, maybe this time you only need 5. You may not, don't go into it like, oh, yeah, it is. Yes, it's a little annoying. You got to do it again, but make it, this is your career. And as Ken always says, it's how long of a problem?
30-day problem in a 40-year career.
There you go.
But now remember something. Now I got to address something here that you just I want to bring up. Okay. Now, everyone on other places you're going to see this. FINRA did announce that they're shortening the time period to wait to when you test it. Okay. Now, okay. There we go. Jack Reeve, I'm literally about to talk about this. FINRA just announced that they shortened the time period. It's effective immediately, but it's not. It is not in effect yet. I promise you that it's not. Kaplan says 2027. It'll be quicker than that. But what they do is they have not sent out a regulatory notice with a implementation date. It could be the end of this month. It could be 2 months. It could be 3 months. Who knows? You cannot assume that the thing is. So they shortened the waiting period to 15 days for the first 2 attempts and then only 60 days. And this is only for FINRA exams, not NASA. Okay. But I want to make sure we're clear that it is not changed yet. You don't need SEC to prove it. They're just kind of reviewing it. They can shorten it. They can go, look, you can't go in yet. But it is not in effect yet. You assume that if you fail, you have to wait 30 days. And then what happens when it does change, it becomes a 2-week problem in a 40-year career, which is wonderful. So Jack, that I was literally just talking about it. If you fail, you must still think it's 30 days. Even though it says it's effective now, if you read the notification, right after it says, we will send a regulatory notice with the implementation date, because they don't have a date yet. It could be fucking 6 months from now. So assume it's a 30-day wait. I had to address that. I did a video on it. Somebody on Twitter, on Reddit put it out there that it was effective. And yes, but they didn't read the rest of it. And then somebody else called everyone who failed 3 times losers, which I just don't fucking understand. Why would you do that? Okay. Of course, Jack. I will be the first to tell you that they change it. I will be jumping from the rafters. You will see me jumping off the Empire State Building with a parachute saying that it changed. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So I think so Ned and everyone else who wants to join, make sure that he put the link in there before. Okay. Shauna, Michael, look, your husband Michael was great. He was great. He did a lot of work. He did the work and he did everything. He did not have the confidence, but I think that my channel and everyone else everything else was doing increased his confidence so he could nail this thing. Okay. Okay, Jay Cook. Okay. We missed this. Wow, account. I don't know if you're still here. Thanks for binging. I saw my views go up. Okay. Awesome. Let's see what I can do for you. Not that one. Since it's hot out, let's do this one. I've played this thing for 9 months now and I still fucking love it. It's crazy. Okay. Yeah. Again, the week before, boom, boom, boom. Just fucking Q-bank, and review the shit out of it. Okay. Okay, Garrett, I'm not going to do Mr. Desby. You can go on margin videos. I can do the derp. I'm not doing Mr. Desby. I'm not doing margin for fucking 20 minutes. And again, for the 3 questions you get on the test, it's not worth it. Go watch my stupid long margin video in the 7 playlist. Now, I will do derp because it's not really derp anymore. Okay. And Marsha, we're ready. Let's go, baby. Okay. Lou Will, baby. Boom, baby. You're shooting for the 63. Let's get it done, Lou. Fucking love it. Now, I have fun doing this thing. I love it. Okay, now. DERP. D-E-R-P. And Garrett, if you're taking the test in 2 days, you should fucking know this. Okay. DERP. This is the order. Declaration, when they declare the dividend. Record date is the day you have to be an owner you have to be an owner by that day, which means you have to buy it regular way the day before. Okay. X is the day you don't get the dividend. Remember that. So the X is the same day. I was going to say day before. That's old school. X and record are the same day. That's where they're like this. So X and record date are the same day. They do different things. X is like ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, ex-dividend. You don't have a dividend, okay? Payable, P, payable date. That's the day they pay the dividend, okay? That's it. We don't care about that as much. We like the money, but it doesn't matter. So you must buy it before the record date, which is really before the X date. So and on the X and the record date, they drop the price of the stock by the amount of dividend. So if you want a dividend, you must buy it before the record date. You must settle by the record date. Now, is there a way around that? Of course there is. If you want to buy it on a same day settlement where it settles the same day, you can buy it. You can buy it on the record date because the idea is you have to buy it so it settles by the day they start counting. Think of the record day as the end of the day. The transfer agent sits on there and goes, "Oh, okay, I'm going to look at all the names of the people who own the shares, and whoever owns it is going to get the dividend. If you're not on there, you don't get it. So if you buy it on Thursday, okay. If you buy this stock on Thursday in a regular settlement, say that's the record day, it settles the next day. You're not getting it. So you have to buy it the day before the record date. Okay. Furby. Hold on. I will not do margin on here. I'm not going to do margin. You watch my goddamn videos. I'm not going to waste valuable time on something you might get 2 questions on. It's not worth it. I have videos that will help you a lot with them. Go in my Series 7 playlist. Watch the 2 margin videos while I'm talking. Maybe I'll go get them for you because I'm just that nice a guy. Okay. Because I just am, and I can sort of sometimes, what do you call it? Where are we? I gotta find this. I'm going to give you the. Here we go. Okay. So in this playlist is my margin shit. And here's for both of you. Okay. That's inside that playlist is my margin. Okay. So I'm not going to do the short stuff. Oh, look at this. Hold on. Michael, I can't share that. That sucks. It doesn't let me share. Spent Guitar, 1,000 joules. I love it. Awesome. Can you see that, Jeff? If
What are you looking
around
at?
around 8:50, Michael Thomas sent a guitar, which is fucking awesome. I wish I
Oh,
could
I saw that. Yeah.
Hold on. I wonder if I could do this. Maybe I can share the whole screen. Can you see? If you can see I don't know if it's sharing or not. I guess not. It didn't work. Okay, never mind. Never mind. It would have been nice. Okay. Yeah, Cole Proden. Yes. Achievable is amazing. Pattern day trade. By the way, pattern day trade's gone, baby. Ricardo, pattern day just gone. It won't be on the test. They got rid of it because it's gone. There's no more pattern day trader. It will not start showing up on the it will not start showing up until probably next September. Next September, because that's when all the firms have to have it in there. Okay. Okay, Ned, I hope you got the membership info and you joined because that's 7 o'clock 7 o'clock Eastern every Wednesday. Okay. I take my exam Friday. When you take it, I would take my brutal exam this weekend. Take both brutal exams this weekend to see where you are, and then maybe take them again on Wednesday. Go through my crash course. Make sure you just keep taking tests and reviewing the shit out of them. Back to you, Cole. You're taking the SIE. Achievable is the best. There's no, and I have links in the description for Achievable and STC and Securities Institute. Achievable is the best provider out there for the SIE. But if you need questions, either go STC or go if you need extra questions on your exams, I have a link for Securities Institute and I have a link for STC. STC doesn't sell questions on their own, but Securities Institute does, and it's cheap enough. Those are really hard questions. They have a lot of stuff on there. Okay. No, Lou will. Not tonight, baby. Lou, that'll be Thursday night. I'm going to do 63 stuff on Thursday night. Okay. Not tonight. I'm way behind anyway. I can't add shit that I'm not going to be in there. Okay. Yeah, don't worry about the little shit. It's not really the Kaplan goes. I was doing a Kaplan test with somebody today, and I was getting so frustrated because they're doing such things that you would never see. Doing so many little things that no one would ever fucking see on the test. It's crazy. And Lou, I'm only going to say while I'm looking at this, make sure you have ethics down, Lou. Make sure you have the ethics down for sure. Okay. Yep, STC is good. STC, of all the vendors, STC is closest to the exam, but Securities Institute has nice hard questions. Kaplan, a little farther away. Achievable teaches it better than anyone else. Okay. Okay. Lou Will, I love it. That's awesome. How many hours you're studying a day? 3 or 4 max? Well, it depends. If you're working during the day, 2. Try to do the morning, okay, before work. But if you're not working, 3 or 4 max. So again, if you're working, try to do the morning, get 2 hours in. If you don't have to work, which I don't like, but you got to do what you got to do, maybe 2.5 to 3 max. Because anything more than that, you're going to burn out. Okay. Bill, yes. If you if you don't, if I forgot who you had, I don't know if you had STC or Kaplan, but I definitely think you should try again. You missed that cutoff by 1. You got to hammer it. Okay. Yes, I do a B. It's in my crash course. I think it's called. I have a tips and tricks one, and then I think I have a gorilla style where I go all the little shit. I have a whole crash course. I have a quick and dirty, the one where I get stung by a bee during the middle, and then I have the gorilla style where I go through all the sayings I say. Much as acronyms, but like long and low, baby. Shit like that. Dato 15, which all the shit I came up with. Okay. And other people love it because they steal, baby. Okay. User. Oh my God. Yeah, I would read it. I listen, yes. For the insurance, don't care about the insurance. Communications to customer accounts. I agree. I would read them closer to the exam. Make sure, God, if you guys are 2-3 weeks away, make sure you have options down. Make sure you have debt down. Make sure you have mutual funds and annuities down, like backwards and forwards. Do my brutal exams. Watch my crash course stuff when it gets closer. It's going to help you, I promise. Okay. But yes, I would save the customer accounts and communications. Maybe do a quick skim now and then read it again like a couple of days before. That's your best bet. Okay. Financial analysis, I tell people to fucking ignore it. I literally tell people to ignore it. Okay. I'm not saying not to do it, but when somebody fails, that's one of the chapters they tell them not to read. It's on there, but it's just basic shit like PE ratio, earnings per share. Do you know technical versus fundamental? It's not super hard shit. Maybe dividend payout ratio. Maybe there's one hard question. Okay. Yeah, I agree, Sean. If you're still here, the 66 is not that it's harder. It's just different. Looks at it from a different angle. Okay. I'm starting to catch up, right? I'm only 20 minutes behind. Okay.
Getting there.
Yeah, I'm getting okay. Achievable cover. Yeah. Yeah. So now, yes. So Eric, go on my links and either go get the SEC supplemental or go hit the Securities Institute of America one and buy their questions. You can do that. It's not super expensive. I think there's like a 15% code off of there and you get more questions. Yes, Achievable teaches it better than anyone else. Their questions are hard, but what happens is you start getting used to their style and then you got to switch. But again, I love Achievable to start this shit. Okay. Okay. Maddie Goody. Okay. Okay. I got a 70 last week. What do you think I should do? First of all, that sucks. Nobody likes to get that shit, right? Nobody likes missing by one. That's really sad.
They won't be reaching out for you no more. Don't tell my heart, my achy, breaking heart. I just don't.
I laugh a little bit, Maddie. Okay, so now understand. Okay, let me get this off first so that it's not confusing. Matt on Instagram missed by 2 points. Okay, so what do? We missed by a couple points. It's all good. It's shit happens. Don't act like you missed by 2. Let's do the work. No, I'm kidding. Don't make sure that you act like you missed the entire. Act like you missed by 30. Go back to your vendor. Tell them to reset everything. Just read the book. But here's what I'm going to tell you right now. A couple of things don't reread. Okay. My daughter just joined. I can't curse anymore now. So that's not good. So now, if you miss it by 2 points, don't act like you missed it by 2 points. Okay. Act like you missed it by 30. Go back and reread the book, but I'm going to give you 4 chapters not to read. Don't reread options. Don't reread options. Do not reread financial analysis. Don't reread margin. Don't reread DPPs, and nobody gives a shit about them. Okay. Don't read them at all. You can just do questions on those. Okay. That's it. And keep going at it. You're going to nail this thing. I promise you. Okay. Bill, I know you feel like you're dreaming. I know you are. Okay. Ethan, same thing, right? You missed it by 1, same thing. Just act like you missed by 30 now. Act like you missed by 30 and act like you're brand new. Yeah. Some people have nightmares, Bill. Some people have dreams. Okay. Kyrie, read everything. If you're going to reread it, read the whole thing. There's nothing else that doesn't work. Okay. Okay. Daniel, let me work on that after I get through catch up on these. Okay. Oh, look, user. Did you see this one?
Yep. I put a link in there.
Okay. Yeah, Achievable is really good. Okay. Manuela, I think take a couple of days away from questions, read the mutual funds and annuities, go back to reading them, then do questions. Because sometimes, the problem with the question bank is they ask different questions different ways, and you start memorizing the wrong shit. I would say take a day or 2 off, just go back and read mutual funds and annuities, then go back and do questions. Okay. PDT will definitely not be on the test. Okay. Look at that. Look what Dustin did. I love that.
Perfect.
Yeah, I love that shit. Okay.
Say it every time.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. Oh, Garrett, stay on there. I like that. Okay. So this is the thing. I don't do the life insurance, but this is interesting. Okay. Go find the insurance exam queen. I think she's called the insurance exam queen on YouTube. She's had blue hair, pink hair, depending. She's a little weirdy, but I love it. I mean, me calling someone weird, right? So she's actually very good at what she does. So Billy just said it. I was told by Achievable, can I start doing insurance stuff? And I go, but somebody does it good. Why? I'm not going to do it as well as her. She loves that shit. So go find the insurance exam queen and you're going to love it. She's going to help you a ton. I have so many people have said they like her. I'd love to get her on here one time, but I don't think it would work. Okay. Brian, I love that.
Dogs out. Who let the dogs out?
Boom, baby. Okay. Again, I'm not going to do short. I just put the thing. Billy gets so mad when I do the Oktoberfest stuff. Okay. Hold on. Hannah. Let me get to Hannah. Oh. Okay, that's fine. So if you like exam effects, that's fine. Hannah, I'm not going to, since you've done Kaplan already, using exam effects as a supplement is great. Use my videos as a supplement. When you want to see if you're ready, do their questions, find my practices and playlist, and go on there and do the same thing. Okay. That's going to help you a ton. But listen, I love that you're not giving up, baby. You're so close. But remember, focus more on reading and videos than questioning at first. Okay. Welcome to the club, Decker. Remember, it's Wednesdays at 7, baby. Wednesdays at 7. Okay. Let me hit this one. Just came back from taking some QBank stuff. Oh, actually, I'm so close. Okay. Furby, stay on there. Everyone stay on there because I'm a little bit Oh, Michael Thomas. There's our man. Fucking A, I love it. He gets the good one. Let me find the good one because he threw a guitar at me. Let's find a good one for him. Hold on. This is my favorite. But since Michael threw the guitar at me, he gets a second one. This is a good one.
I can hear you. Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? A torrent in yellow and porous is he. Hypnotical nonsense.
Baby, I love it. Okay, let me go over to the Instagram a little bit. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, past perfect. Agree. We all agree past perfect sucks, right? We all agree with that? Okay, good stuff. Okay. I guess I'll never get to work for them, but that's okay. So if I ever went to them for a link, they'd be like, no, I don't think so. Okay. Okay. So Aiden Daniel, how can they trick you on the NAV stuff? They might make you do the okay. So Corey, no, I don't. I'm all that shit. I'm too dumb for that crap. I just do the series exams. But there are guys on there. There's a guy, Joe Neeson, who helps with the CFA and the CFP. He might be able to do it. Okay, now, the only thing they could ask you is if they go, oh, if you get an NAV of 10, right? So look, if they give you an NAV of 10, this is how they could trick you. If they give you an NAV of 10 and you have a sales charge of 7%, what's your POP, right? And it's not 7% of 10, it's 7% of this. So all you're going to do is do 10 divided by 0.93, which is 100 minus 7%. So if they ever say, what's the POP, and they give you a percentage, you do 10 divided by that, because you're trying to find out what this is 93% of in this case. So if it's 5%, it's 90.95. If it's 8%, it's 0.92. If it's 2%, it's 0.98. So you do 100, so you're going to do that. So you do 100 minus 7%, that's 93. So then you're going to do, God, the fucking pop-ups, I hate them, is 10 divided by 0.93 is 10.75. So your POP would be $10.75. That's the only one that can really trick you. That's the one that screws everyone up. Okay. Now, Garrett, I don't have a problem with that. I like the fact that that if you fail the 66, go bang out the 63, 65. Especially if you miss by 1 or 2 points, go do the 63, 65 route. Get it out of the way. I told Isabel, there's a girl, Isabel, who just missed it by 1. I told her, do the 63, 65 combo. Since you missed it by 1, you could probably get it done in 2 weeks. Get the 63 done next week, maybe Monday, and then take the 65 10 days later. Okay. Now I'm going to say right now, there is no, remember, the way somebody else answered, the waiting period has not changed yet. And it's only for FINRA, not for NASA stuff. It's only for FINRA. They shorten it to 15, 15, and 60, but it's not in effect yet. You got to wait for the notice from FINRA. It could come any day. It could come 2 weeks from now. Whenever. Once it comes out, we're going to let you know. Okay. Okay. And again, Garrett, the waiting period is only for FINRA stuff anyway, even if it happens. Okay. I am not a fan of taking the test, Furby, the day before. I am not. I'm not a fan of taking the test the day before. I'm a fan of taking it up to the 2 days before. The day before, customer accounts. The day before, watch my crash course. The day before, relax, okay? And I guess you have you have Kaplan. Read chapters 13 and 14. If you have access to the Kaplan book, reread chapters 13 and 14 either the night before or the morning of. Make sure you do a review of mutual fund and annuities and bang this thing out on Tuesday. Furby, you're going to come on here and tell us how great it went. Okay. You mean like for real world, or you mean like you said for the test or real? Come back to me. Angelise, tell me what you mean by that. Expand on that a little bit. Okay. Do you mean like how to do risks in real world scenarios? That's a little harder. For the test, I can start working on that. Okay. Felix the cat, a month. If you're working all day, I think Jeff talked about it before. If you're working all day, maybe closer to 5 or 6 weeks. If you're studying most of the day, you can do it in a month. 100%. Okay. Yeah, past perfect is fucking brutal. Get the SDC or Achievable or Kaplan out. Okay. Okay. B is for bitch. I like that. That works. Benny? Okay. Looking good, Billy Ray. I love it. Feeling good. Winthorpe? Okay. Lewis. Feeling good, Lewis. Okay. Advice, Jenny, take a day off and read the lowest sections. So all I can say, take a day off and try to reread the lowest sections. That's your best bet. Seriously. Take a day off and reread your lowest sections. Okay. Yes, but not Thursday. If you're taking the test on Friday, no, don't do it on don't take any tests on Thursday, but today's Tuesday, tomorrow and Thursday, yeah. Tomorrow, that's it. Tomorrow you can take tests. Thursday should be adding knowledge. I am so bad with days. Okay, for the test. Okay. Taking the SIE one. You got a lot of time, baby. Okay. No. Howard. I get Howard Angel. Howard Angel, baby. I get this is like the number one question. How do I study, right? So if we have a month to go, I'm almost thinking about laying it up on the master of studying.
That be me?
Yes, that means you.
Whoa.
Do you mean me? Does he mean me?
So go back to we got the question back up there. I don't like, just think about it logically. I don't think it's tips. Or I honestly, after all this time, there's no magic formula for this. You have to do what works for you. So like the person that was looking at saying the 20 minutes, 10-minute break, that worked for them. Some people can study for 2 hours straight. Some people like to, do a lot of questions and it helps them and it reinforces them. You have to figure out what your rhythm is. Don't turn yourself into something that you're not. If you're not, like, people ask me, should I make flashcards? Well, have you ever made flashcards before? And if the answer is no, then don't do it. Don't rewrite the book with a ton of notes. When you study, make sure that when you study, you are understanding it. You're not memorizing it. You're not doing it just to crank out hours. You're doing it because you're learning something that's going to benefit your career. Remember, you are taking this exam because this is the career that is going to bring you happiness down the road.
Mm-hmm.
So just think of it that way. You're taking this because there's a purpose. This isn't like being in like school or college where you're taking philosophy and you're an accounting major. This is not like prerequisite. This is what you're taking for your career, for your business. So look at it that way, and maybe sometimes when you do that, it calms your nerves a little bit. Well, how did I put myself in this position? Because I want to be in this business.
Right.
Just think of that, and then read the book. Take your time, absorb it, let it sink in. Watch some videos, change it up a little bit. The idea of changing, whether it's like if you have two vendors, that's great. You can see how they ask the different questions. If you get tired of reading, you've got Ken's videos. If you get tired of Ken's videos, you can go to certain chapters. If you want to do a question bank on one particular
What the fuck you mean get tired of my videos? I'm kidding.
I want to see if you were paying attention. You're never going to get tired of Ken's videos, but break it up, break the momentum. I don't like, some people are very superstitious that they have to do things. I like to break a superstition early on. Like if I study exactly at the same time every day, change it to a different time. Look at it from a different perspective. Just keep it fresh. Don't go into a panic. And remember, when you're 4 or 5 weeks out, you don't have any anxiety. I know it's easy to say, but think about it. You're 4 weeks out from taking the exam. Let yourself get comfortable with the material. You're going to feel a lot better every week that you progress.
Yeah, tons of time. Tons of fucking
tons.
tons.
So yeah,
Still a
this
month.
isn't much. Yeah, and from what I see from almost everybody that comes on here, nobody's cramming.
Right.
So, which is good.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be cramming for this. This is not that type of an exam.
Right. I agree. 100%. Good stuff. Love it. Okay, back to this. Okay. Okay, so again, Dylan, this is what I say to everyone. This is what I say to everyone. Do not just if you fail by one, do not act like you fail by one. That's what you're doing. Say, what should I focus on? Every fucking thing. Focus on the entire book. Since you missed by one, don't act like you missed by one. Act like you missed by 30, because then what you scored low on doesn't matter, because everything's better. That's the goal. Get everything better. That's the goal. That's all you're doing. Okay. Dylan, so I would go back and reread the book, watch the videos, even though Jeff thinks people get tired of my videos. No, I'm kidding. Okay, here we go.
I recommend your videos all the time. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I know. I'm kidding around. Ray says, okay. Yeah, again, those are little tiny things. Those remember, some of those questions are like the fuck you questions where they want you to get them wrong. So they're just doing it. So if you see that question, then boom. My tests, my brutal exams are more just to get you ready to understand what it looks like. Don't worry about, you want to get your score up, but this way you're not shocked the day of. Okay. So now the risks thing, the only way to do this, okay, for the test is you just gotta, I would say, STC has a thing, or you can do it yourself. I think I have a video. If you go on my crash course, I have two videos, one on suitability, and I have one called, I think it's called risks, or another suitability one, where I go through each product and what risks it has and what it's good for, go through that one and write it down and take notes on it, throw it into GPT if you want, and say, whatever, anything you want to do, just do that. Okay. So that's what you have to, you want to make sure that you're trying to write down each thing, like common stock. You buy it for growth, but what are the risks? You have market risk, which is systematic. You have non-systematic, which is business risk. So, okay. So you want to focus on each product and what risks they have. So maybe make flashcards, common stock, put on one side the good one and the other side the bad, and just have them and keep working your way through them, and leave room that you can add and go, oh, well, you know what? It's common stock is for growth, but it's also for inflation and a little bit of income. Keep adding to it. That's the only way to keep doing it. Okay. So Sebastian, yes, Kaplan's okay. Listen, if you told me what's to buy, I would either buy Achievable and the Kaplan Q Bank, or I'd buy Achievable and the Securities Institute of American Q Bank, or I buy STC by itself and then buy either the Securities Institute or the Kaplan Q Bank. Okay. Achievable is amazing at teaching this stuff. Nobody teaches it better, even they don't do my options method. Nobody teaches it better. Okay. But at some point, what happens is after 2 or 3 shots, you start getting used to their questions. Now, to be fair, what you can do is you want to check them out. They give you a free trial. My link is in there. Also, they have every exam, they offer a free one. Go on there and try them out. They're really good. Those tests are really hard. Okay. Okay, now. That's my wife coming home. Okay, so now. No, Gavin, I think you're just reading. No test yet. It's too early. You should be reading for another week or two, then doing chapter quizzes, then start doing it. Okay. You were in the 30-day period. Don't say, here's the thing. I'd say 2 hours a day, maybe 2.5. Don't say I do a chapter a day, because then there's a fail. If you don't finish a chapter, you fail. 2 hours a day, whether it's an hour, unless it's 25 minutes at a time, an hour at a time, I don't care. Literally try to get 2 hours a day. That's your best bet.
Because all the chapters are different size. They're different lengths. There's different amount of material. Do it by your energy level.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
And if you say I want a chapter a day, then you may have a day where you only get half a chapter and you feel
correct.
Okay.
That's not a fail. That's
okay. Ned Jean, you're on both. You're on Instagram and here. No, I do not. If you will pass with Past Perfect, but if you were saying I'm forking out money, they're not the way I would go. I was about to get to yours, Ned, on this. I would not recommend Past Perfect Certify as my primary provider. Now, if you work for Fidelity or Vanguard or whatever it is, and some Merrill Lynch, you have to use them. They're good. They'll get you passed. But I do think that they take you down hills you don't need to go. Okay. Now, somebody asked you a question. Sebastian, does FINRA have a free 7 exam? No, they don't. They do it for the SIE only. They don't do it for another one. They won't do it. They just won't. If you really want to practice and know what the wording is like, go find my 2 brutal exams on my channel. Just as a brutal exam playlist, go do them. They'll give you the same gist of the test. Okay. Yeah, I don't. Again, if you have them, fine, you're gonna pass. But if you're gonna choose for SIE, I would go Achievable first. Seriously, if you're buying the SIE, I would go Achievable first and foremost every time. Okay. And is there a short-term remember SEC registered? Not really. I mean, there's everything's SEC registered except for. I mean, think about it. If you're going to sell a security in a state on the SIE and 7, they got to be registered with the SEC unless Reg D, Reg A, Rule 147, or like munis, treasuries, stuff like that. For the most part, those are not going to be registered. Okay. I think it's easier to remember what's not registered. Okay. And I have some videos on that. Okay. I'm almost caught up. Ken is just Friday, Miss Graham. Okay. Oh, focus on, okay. Israel. Okay. Focus on mutual funds, annuities. On Thursday, make sure you read customer accounts. Since it's SDC, read chapters 2 and 14. Make sure your options are solid. And I hope it's a 7. I hope it's a 7 you're talking about. As you said, brutal, so it's good. Options, make sure you're good on customer accounts, which is 2 and 14. Okay. Now, and mutual funds and annuities and bonds. But a lot of people screw up the mutual funds and annuities. They don't focus on it. And they go, what the hell? I got so many questions on. Okay. Yeah. Oh, how about this, Jeff? Do you think it's possible to just do your 65 and still have a decent career? Yeah. A lot of people do that, right? Yeah. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people. Before you get into you're going to do.
You know how I feel about the 65.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm going to let you do it. But I want to say something. About 25 years ago, remember this? There was a massive amount of people that were giving up their 7 and just holding on to the 65. Remember, the 63 is for the broker dealer part. So you don't need that. If you just get the 65, it's a standalone. Okay. And I believe a lot of people gave that up to get rid of FINRA and just manage money. Jeff, go ahead.
65 is I think it's the way to go.
I mean, your guy does that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you can remember, because the 65 allows you to manage anything you want. And if you want to execute orders, you just get with a broker dealer and execute through the broker dealer. You just give them the order. You become a customer. You can become a massive advisor with just a 65.
No. Beyond a massive advisor.
There's unlimited. There's no limit.
If
you really want to do something, get the CFP or add the CFP to the end. He said, thank you. He or she said, thank you. I can't tell you. I'll know later.
Because it's not about how you build your book of business. You could have every license, every designation. You can have a CFA, a CFP, a CPA, an MBA, and you can make $50,000 a year. Or you could have the Series 65 and make $1 million a year.
Yeah, easy.
Because it comes down to, your connections. Yeah, when I say connections, it's not like inside connect. It's building relationships, getting people to value your advice and opinion and being there. There's so much more to it than just getting a license.
Right. Now, here's the other thing. This is what we have to think about. Having the 7 in the SA might limit you more than the 65 would, because you can run your own shop. You can literally run your own shop very lean, run it under another broker, run it under another advisor. So I'm not saying not to get the 7 and 66, but I'm saying you could, in some ways, they limit you a little bit. Okay.
If you ever want to take a few minutes, go online and look and research opening up your own RIA and see how straightforward. It's like there's so many RIAs in a box.
Yep.
They do all the clearing, the back office, the holding of the customer securities. It's all set up there. You literally just need a laptop.
Right. So Dee said he or she works for an RIA.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can literally.
Awesome.
There's nothing you can't. Literally, your life. I think you wouldn't see a difference in your life other than the fact you don't work for Merrill Lynch or UBS. Okay. So before I get Jax, Let's go, baby. Of course I remember you. That's how can I forget that name, right? Okay. So let's go get this 63 done and get the 65 and 66. Jennifer, welcome. We're gonna see you.
Good
Remember, our
stuff.
next class is
Good
tomorrow night.
move.
Our next class is Sunday. Okay. No, I know it's fantastic. This is for you, Jeff.
So tell me if Ken, and tell me if I'm wrong here. If you're working at a broker dealer and they have an RIA division and you have your 65 versus having your 7 and 66, you can't take your 7 and 66 and open up your own firm because you're not going to be a broker dealer, but you can take your 65 and you're set.
And go on your own.
Go on your own. That's what I'm
So
saying.
that's like this person saying, if you work at a broker dealer that's developing an RIA, if you have the 63 and the 7 already, yes, get the 65.
Yeah.
But if
they will allow you.
They will not let you work for them with just a 65. They just won't. I mean, I guess there's a loophole that if you only work for the RIA and not the broker dealer, you could probably do it. But the broker dealer, remember, look, yeah. So a Phantasma, you're right. You have the 7, 63, and 60, SIE 7 and 63. Yeah, get the 65 and you're done. Remember, everyone confuses this. Okay, so now we're straying into the NASA world a little bit, but that's fine. People need to hear this. The 63 and 65 are the actual base exams. They made the 66 to make it easier. So the 63 and 65 are right. So that's what I'm saying, Gavin. The 63 and 65 are the base exam. So if you get those two, you're gold. The 66 is just a way to do that without having to take both, but it only works with the 7. If you don't have the 7, you can't get to 66 because they took some of the Series 7 stuff out of the 65.
You can only take it with you if you get registered at another broker dealer.
Yeah, actually,
the 65, you can take it if you open up your own RIA.
But that's true. But here's what they did do. If you have the 7 and 66, after a year, they change it to a 63, 65 credit. So then you could go to the RIA on your own.
You can. Oh, you can.
Yeah,
but is that not always the case?
Yeah, no, it's not always. It's recently. In the last 2-3 years. So if you have the 66 and you work for a firm, you guys, anyone has a 66, go on your FinPro account after Jan 1. It's usually either a year after Jan 1. It changes from 66 to 63 credit, 65 credit. So this way, if you leave, they can hold the 65. But you can't get the 66. Like they won't do that if you don't have the 7 already. Do you know what I mean? You have to have a valid. So you have to have a valid 7 and 66 for that to happen. You can't just do the 66 and hope it works. It won't work. You have to have the 7 and 66 valid. And then if you say, you know what, fuck this, I'm going to RIA world, they'll let you take your just 65 with you. Okay. Now, Reese will get, okay, so Bill, yes. You can just get the 65 and then you're done. But you can't work for broker dealer. You can only work for an IA, which is fine. That's like the Fisher, Ken Fisher, the Betterman, stuff like that. Then what's the other big one? There's another big one out there. I can't remember. Okay.
LPL.
Yeah, but they're a broker dealer too. But yeah, there's a lot of little RIAs out there. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody, the other one said, somebody asked, I don't think she's still here. Maria said, how do I pass the Series 66? Practice. Read the book. So again, that's more a Thursday night thing, but read the book. This is for any test. Read the book, do the chapter quizzes, take the finals. Remember, when you're reading the book, don't memorize, don't take a lot of notes, just try to understand what they're asking, and then do it. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Okay. Yes, it's equivalent. No, it's not. I don't think it's the best book. The best book to learn from is still Achievable by far. And then SDC and Securities Institute. Again, a Kaplan's good, but I think they're way too complicated. I think they go like I think their 66 and their 7 book is like 800 pages. STC is like 400. They cover what you need. They're much more into just what you need. Okay. Manuela, I don't know if I have time to do all that. I could probably do that next Tuesday. Why would you wait?
It's 65.
Yeah. You already have the 63. No,
get the 65. That's our point.
Listen to me. I know. Especially of the 63. Okay. Now, so that I can probably do a little bit, Gavin, but it's more about understanding. So let me get to this. So the 65 is not more involved than the 66. It's probably 95% the same test. It's just more questions, which gives you more room for error, but there's less regs. I mean, it's like The regs are a smaller percentage. There's more percentage on business and economics, which is more closer to the 7. It's not harder. So take the fucking thing. So Reese, I expect next Thursday, this Thursday coming up, you to come on here and say, hey, Ken, I opened up my window. Okay. That's what I need to hear, that you open your window for the 65 and you're going to take it. Because literally you could take the 65 3 times before December, and get done. And then you're done, especially since you have the 63 already. Okay. 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 Now, I don't even know what they're going to ask. I mean, what are they going to ask? So the main things on annuities, okay, I can't do the whole thing, but because I have tons of fucking videos on this, right? So annuities, this is the big ones, okay? 1, they're non-qualified. Money goes in after tax. It grows tax deferred, and when you take it out, you pay tax on the growth. That's 1. 2, you annuitize means you're getting paid for life. You can annuitize at any age, okay? Oh, Reese, oh, that's awesome. Then, boom, I love it. Then you're going to get it. Don't fucking fuck this up. Okay, now, back to this. So you put money in, it grows tax deferred. You can take the money out whenever. If you take the money out, if you withdraw the money before 59.5, you pay taxes plus the penalty on the growth, okay? If you annuitize, okay, so, and this is for Manuela too, right? So if you annuitize, which means paid for life, you can do that at any age. Nobody gives a shit and no penalty. There's no problem, okay? Just get paid for life, and the younger you are, remember, annuity means you're going to get paid for life. So the younger you are, the less you're going to get, because they need to pay you on a rate that would pay you all the money by the time you're supposed to die. So they have to. So if you have $100,000 and you can live for 20 years, say you're 60 years old and you get 100, you're going to get $5,000 a year. But if you're 40 years old, and so that's the difference. Okay, so the longer you have a lifespan, you're gonna what are you gonna call it? You're gonna say you're gonna get less. So the younger you are, the lower your payment. Okay. If you die, they don't step up cost basis. You put in 20 grand, goes to 100. If you die, your family, before you annuitize, not after, before, your family gets 100 grand, but they pay taxes on the whole 80 grand. They don't step up cost basis. It's non-qualified, which means there's no RMD. Okay. The money goes in after tax. If a separate account, the variable has a separate account, you have market risk. Fixed. A fixed annuity has a fixed growth. It's better for older people. Variable is better for younger. They can't go too crazy on it. Okay. They may ask things like the growth in your fund. What happens? It goes up tax deferred. So if you see that your if your fund grows in value in annuity, it's not taxable yet. It's not taxable till you take it out. I'm not going to go too deep. I have videos where I cover a lot of that, but that should be a lot of it. Okay. Yeah. Listen, you have the 63, 65. If you can get the 6 or 7, that's great. If not, just get the 65, work for an RIA. Again, don't give a shit. Okay. Oh, wait, Connor McDermott. Nice Scottish name. No, stay on there. You're not going to see a lot of that on the test. Main things, mutual funds. On the 7, mutual funds, annuities, options, debt, taxes, customer accounts. The portfolio market analysis is this. Not that much. It's there and you'll see it, but it's not going to be the thing reason you fail. Okay. Connor, that's outstanding. Let me find a good one. Let's see if I can get one that'll really knock me out. Oh, they're not sure. I don't know what this one was. I can't remember. Connor, don't ask that question. You just started. Don't ask that. Gavin, thank you very much. Connor, you're not allowed to ask that. You just started. I'm not going to answer that. You're going to read the entire book. Because if I say, oh, focus on this, you're going to focus on that and then fail because you said I didn't get all of it, right? So we're not doing that game. Okay. Now.
There is no one concept, though.
Yeah, there isn't. Okay.
There isn't. It's, you want to sum it up. There's investment vehicles, rules, regulations, it's everything. There's no one it's not like you're going to study one topic and that's going to carry you to a passing grade.
Right.
It has to be.
You got to cover everything. Listen, this is what I'll do. When you tell me you're a week away, then we'll start talking. Okay.
It's 75 to 80% on all topics.
It's the FINRA one isn't even now. So once FINRA approves it, you figure about 6 months after. but not before. They may look, and sometimes NASA's a bunch of dicks. They may say no, they want it different. They can do whatever the fuck they want. Okay, back to this Instagram. Okay, Max. That's right. Boom. Listen, Max, you're totally cool. First time through, it's a wonky pancake. You're gonna do shitty the first time. Then move on. Learn from it. Ask. Achievable has an AI tutor. Go in there and say, "Can you look? I think it can do it. Look at your scores and see where you're weak. Go from there." Okay. Okay. So Mike, no. I don't know if I have an SI exam on my website. Maybe I do, but this is what I want you really to do. Go to my channel. Here, I'll do it. It's not really a brutal exam. It's just the problem is on Instagram, the link won't show up that well. Where are we? Where's my practice exams? For the SIE, I have 5 exams I take online. I started doing this a while ago, and other people have done it too, which is great. I love it. I love that I'm inspiring people. I'm just an inspiration to the world. Okay, so here's a practice exam playlist, okay? You might have to copy and paste it, Mike, and then put it into your thing. But if it's called practice exams, and I'll put it in here too, okay? And that's where you can find my practice exams. And the first 5 are where I take SIE exams over and over and over again. Okay. Nap Champ, thank you very much. I wish I could show this. That's outstanding. Did you see that come through?
Yeah.
There's no way to make it show up. That sucks. I think if I share screen, I still don't think I can, but let's see. Let's see if it works.
Actually, really cool how they do that.
Oh, there it is. A little. Can you see it a little bit?
Yeah.
See that little thing? That cool little soccer ball. And then Michael Thomas, where it is, he sent me. Look at that guitar. How cool is that?
Yeah.
That's very cool. Thank you, guys. Okay. Okay, let me unshare because nobody really wants to see that. That's just me. Oh, it's like Jitterbug. Okay. Oh, it just says sharing. Did you see that warning?
Yeah.
Because it's like 10. Okay. 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 Peter, I will get to you 1 second. Boom, Ned, you're gonna love it. I have links. If you do my link, you get $10 off. Okay. Okay. Doug. That's the name of my dog, but it's only one of them. Only one Doug. No, you're good. Take the finals every day. So Doug is taking it. Doug is taking the exam in 5 days, which is great. Okay. Well, Johnny Pops, you're there. Let me get you too. Exam is in 5 days using STCQ banks. Take 1 a day. Find my crash course. Go over those. Make sure you go over customer counts, and make sure you reread and study every little thing you do. Now, Johnny Pops, week out from a 7, haven't passed the final yet. But the question is, how close? Nap Champ, stay on there. How close have you gotten? Okay. How close have you gotten? Are you like high 60s? So I would say if you're a week away, I would find your lowest 3 sections and spend 2 days reading them and then go back to tests. Okay. Now, Nap Champ, that is outstanding. I love it. Okay.
Rest up.
So, I know. Okay. So do I do not. But it's fine. You'll get past. I just think it's too deep. That's the problem with these. I think Kaplan and Pest Perfect go too deep. I think Notman goes too deep. They're fine, but I think they go too deep. Like the good thing is, if you pass, then you'll rock. If you pass theirs, you're in good shape. I just think they're too hard to pass. And guys, don't forget, if you want to join the free study group, you just got to answer a couple questions. That's in there. We have membership stuff. Okay. Johnny Pops, you got in 66. So you're close. Find the lowest sections and go over them again. And by the way, Johnny, if you're doing I don't know who you're using. If you're using STC, they get harder as you go up. If it's Kaplan, they're fucking hard. And look, try to figure out where you're getting them wrong. Johnny Pops on Instagram. Okay. I don't love them, but if you basically read the stuff, I love it. Read the stuff. I'm not a fan of note taking. You can do it, but I never really love note taking. Well, once you get through the chapter quizzes and you feel good with them, then STC, they get harder as you go. That's a good thing. So Johnny Pops is taking the STC. Each one you take gets harder and harder. So take a couple of days off, reread the stuff, and then boom, and move up. Okay. Peter Bubba. Taking notes, but I would do chapter quizzes first before you start doing finals. Okay. Now, what year did you take it? So I took it in 89, 2003, 2018, 2021, 22, 23.
The 7?
Yeah. There's a way. It's not really back up. It was like every 2 years, I've had a way to let it expire. As a compliance officer, you can just finagle the system a little bit. Okay. Now, okay.
The only person who looks to expire their license.
I know. I want them to expire. That's fucking nuts. Okay. Yeah, I'm the only one who wants to do that. Okay. So now I'm getting a lot more stuff on Instagram. Okay. When did you take it, Jeff?
97.
It's crazy. It was on computer, right?
Yeah.
My first one was on paper.
But the book was book. No
right.
studying
My
on.
first test, actual 7 was on paper. I fill little circles in.
I think when I took this. I think when I studied for the 66 and the 24 were the 2 exams I studied off of a computer.
First time, right?
Yeah.
I think I had a book almost until the last ones I did. Yeah, I took it in 2004. Yeah, that was on paper. Okay. Yeah, think about this. I took the test probably before most of you were born. Okay. Okay, Hun Major. Take the test 7 in 2 weeks. You want STC. You want at least in the next couple of days to be borderline 70. By the time next week comes, you want to be in the 70s. Remember, STC's exams get harder and harder as you go up. So even if you're like mid 70s all the way through, you're getting better because the test is getting harder. Okay. You took the FINRA practice exam, you passed. Boom. Listen, Johnny Long. That's great. You did the essay exam. You did that. I put the go find my practice exam playlist. Do those. Do whatever vendor you have. Keep doing it, and you're gonna rock this thing. But remember, guys, when you take the test, be intentional. After you're done, you got to go through every single question to make sure you got them right for the right reason. Okay.
If you think about it, if you take a test and don't put the effort in to go over every single question, then it's almost as
it's a waste.
It's a waste of time.
You're wasting your fucking time. 100%. Yeah. If you're not going to review every single question, you're wasting your time.
You're wasting your time.
Yeah.
I'd rather see you take less exams and spend more time reviewing the exams that you take than to just crank out exams for the sake of taking them.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the Instagram. I'm going to stay on this to finish this out. Yo. You're going to be the last question. I'm going to end this. You guys want to come on the YouTube. I'll be on for a couple of minutes more. I usually end at 9, but we're going hard, okay? Yoso, you're scoring 75. You're good. Just keep taking tests over until your eyes go blind. 1 or 2 a day. Review the shit out of them, like Jeff said. Review the crap out of them. And make sure you have ethics down. Since you're taking it next week, 63 is all about ethics. I promise you. Make sure it is, okay? No, Anna, not review. Like, you can rewrite them. I'm not a fan of rewriting them. Go through it. This takes too long. Read it. Read the answers. Because some people just go, I got it right. They move on. No, you get it right. See if you got it right because you guessed. See if you got it right because you knew your shit, that kind of thing. And anything you don't get, if you don't understand the explanation, find it in the book. Find the shit in the chapter in the book. Okay. That's that. Okay, so averaging 75%. Yeah, just take tests all the time. I'm going to jump off. I'm going to kill the Instagram one. If you guys want to keep going, I'll be on for a few more minutes. Come on to my YouTube, Series 7 Whisper, and I'm doing a couple more. Okay, I'm ending this right now. But Anna, I mean by review, by just focusing on go over each question. Don't have to write them down. That takes fucking forever. Just keep reviewing. Okay, everyone, I am out of there on this one. Is it done? Instagram's done. Okay, now let's get into this. Now, wow, I feel old. Okay. Yeah, I know you have to, Peter. I know you got to get through it. It is what it is. Kaplan and Pass Perfect go way too deep. They're fine. If you can do well, you pass. I just think you start worrying about the nuance shit. Okay. And here we go. We're almost near the end. Okay. Here's the one thing. So, right, Alicia Taylor. Now, one good thing is it's not in effect yet, but in the next couple of weeks, they might actually announce that they've shortened the waiting period. So you might be able to take it in August. So I would study for your, I would study. You took it in March. What is it? April, May, June, July, August. So, right. That's August anyway, right? Or September. So you might be able to take it a month earlier because if they switch the time, but no rush. Act like you're taking it in August, and then you can just slide. So I would focus on, I agree, purchase a Cap and Q Bank. I have the Securities Institute of America. You can grab some of those questions too. It's pretty cute. Yes, you want to have a myriad of question types. You want a smorgasbord of questions, okay? Just so your mind is so agile and everything. and goes, look, I know it sucks when you miss, right? And especially after a few times. But what I love is that you haven't fucking given up. It sounds so fucking corny, but I love when I see people. Like I had a guy, Steve, last week. He failed it 4 times, and then he passed it on the 5th. He passed a 65 on the 5th time. He got a 71 4 times in a row. Or 70.7 4 times. He missed it by 1 point every time, and this time he passed it. He was so ready. He just needed to, I think he needed to believe it. And that's the thing. So, Alicia, I want you to believe that you're going to beat this thing. And if they shorten the time period, that's great. You get to take it in August or at August instead of waiting until September. Okay, I think we did some damage. I think we got a lot of stuff done. A lot of the early ones are all in bed by now. I think we notice that it's a whole bunch of different people.
We've been on for so long that some people pass the exam.
It's a new day. Okay. Oh, Cassidy. There we go. Okay. Hold on. Yes. 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 Right, Jeff?
Oh, that's a great thing to recognize. Yeah, at the 25 minutes and a 5-minute break, it's, I think taking 25 minutes and then, it's a 5-minute break, 10-minute break, whatever it is that like you can sit back down and like absorb. As long as you're absorbing, it's worth the time. And if it means taking several breaks so that you can absorb more, then do it. It makes sense.
Yep.
It's no different than working at your desk. You're sitting at the computer, you get frustrated, you too many emails coming in. Just think of your regular job or like, where things are hectic in the house and you need to just go for a walk around the block. You take a break. This is no different.
Yep. I like it. Okay. Brian, and a morning, so I like, even though you're not a morning studier, people do better in the morning, whether they like it or not. Okay. Interesting. Well, in reality, if you take it in August, you know what? Why don't we think on that? You keep studying like you're taking it in August. But why don't we do this? Why don't we just, because, and if you wait till October and you miss, you still got to wait fucking 6 months. Right? Because I don't think, it's not like unless that's your last test unless they all, remember something. It's not like you can't have taken an exam in 2 years. Anything over 2 years falls off. So double check to make sure that you already don't have some of them off and you don't have to wait 6 months. Okay. Yeah. So let's act like you can't take it until September. Start acting like you're going to take it in mid-August. So then you'll be ready early. And if they do implement a shorter change, you can take it in August and get it done. But again, yeah, Peter, I don't think waiting until October is a smart move. Because let's talk on Thursday, because I do want to go to bed at some point. Let's talk on Thursday about your job. Go on FINRA and give me the dates you took the test, all 3 of them, and then we'll go from there. Oh, wait, for your first attempt on October. Wait, okay. You need to explain that better on Thursday. Tell me the dates you've taken the test, and then we're going to come on there, okay? Because I think he means his first attempt was October 4th. Now I get it. But let's shoot for August, baby. Let's try to get this done. Because in reality, if you wait till October and you miss, it's March. If you wait till August, it's February. So let's go there. Okay. Got it. Okay. Yeah. So let's talk on Thursday. We'll figure it out. But act like you take it in August and let's get it done the right way. Okay. Everyone, I am going to head out of this one. This was a great one. I had a great time. We had a lot of activity, and I will see you guys in 1 week minus an hour. And some of you 66ers, I'll see you in 48 hours. Actually, minus 2 hours. Okay. Adios, guys. Thank you very much. And don't forget to check out my lives on Thursday.